But do you know what stops most people from biking? It's not weather, fitness, or even having the right bike. It's that they don't feel safe. Until we build better bike infrastructure that is safe, protected, and connected, like you would expect in your car, we're going to keep seeing empty, unprotected bike lanes and families driving. This isn't just about biking. It's about having transportation choices, giving our families healthier lifestyles, safer neighborhoods, and more livable, connected communities. Hey, I'm Arleigh, and my passion is getting more people to choose a bike for their next trip. There's so much joy and freedom in that simple choice that so many people feel like they don't have because where they live is not safe to bike. So let's be honest, most US streets were built for cars, not people outside of the car, even though bicycles are the reason we have paved streets. But that's for another video. As an example, living this every day, the street in front of my house that runs through a quiet neighborhood is 44 feet wide without sidewalks. And of course, it has excessive speeding. Neighborhood streets shouldn't be 44 feet wide. In fact, by code, it could be 22 feet since it is a bus route. My kids, they should be able to bike the 1.5 miles to school. They have the bikes, they have me, but I don't feel safe with my kids biking or walking to school on a road like that without protection, like a sidewalk or a separated bike path. So many mornings, my kids are sadly dropped off by car. Not because we want to drive, but because we don't feel safe biking or walking. So what could my town of Chapel Hill do? They could be brave and put in bollards or zebra bumps. They could prioritize bike and walk corridors to school and ensure there are sidewalks. Those things do take money and political will. But here's the deal. Until we build networks that work for everyone, kids, older adults, families, and beginners, biking will remain a hobby instead of a viable transportation option. And if you're watching this, I'm probably preaching to the choir. So welcome. Here's what I ask you to do today. First thing is to start photo or videoing your transportation-oriented bike rides. Share them on social media, your town's reporting system, with elected officials, and whoever will listen. We're really good at sharing the bad moments, but I also want you to share the good ones too. Second thing you can do is share your low-stress bike routes. This is something I've started to do on Ride with GPS, where I'm creating a low-stress map of the routes that I use in my community, and that also allows me to highlight the missing gaps where my town should prioritize their money. The third thing is, if you're in the bike industry, I would love to see more brands and bike shops and all their sponsored riders to focusing also on local community and how to move around your community by bike. Celebrate the bike rides to school as much as you do that Saturday morning road ride. The fourth thing is probably pretty obvious to everyone watching this. Support your local bike advocacy group. These are the people showing up to fight for better infrastructure. They need funding, volunteers, and visibility. They also need your network of friends and potential sponsors. Start showing up where it counts. These are the planning meetings, the city council votes. Your voice really does matter. And if you can, bring your kids and your neighbors. This is typically a once-a-year ask. The last thing I want you to think about, and perhaps take action on, is to think big but organize small. The world of bike advocacy is overwhelming, and it's really easy to get frustrated about the lack of infrastructure and funding, especially when the big projects take years and years and years to engage, design, develop, and fund. So start small. Start a bike bus or help with your local Safe Routes to School program. Ask your neighbors on a bike ride to coffee or breakfast. Organize local bike rides with elected officials to highlight the great things and the dangerous things in your local bike infrastructure. It really does work. In tiny towns and big cities alike, when we build safe infrastructure, people show up and ride it. So if you want your community to be safer by bike, lean in and let me know in the comments how you're going to take action today.